the Gospel Journal, Malawi, and today is Friday, 6th of February, 2026. And the topic for the week is Jesus, the man of sorrow, the suffering servant. I'm reading from Isaiah 53, verse number 10, and this is what is written. Yet it was the will of the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief when he makes himself an offering for sin. He shall see his offspring. He shall prolong his days. The will of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. Well, Isaiah 53, verse number 10, talks about Jesus suffering as a suffering servant for one thing, fulfilling the will of the Lord, fulfilling the will of the Father, so that he could save sinners like you and me. It talks about it was the will of the Father to bruise him, to injure him, that he can save us. And the question is, if a righteous person like Jesus, if he would suffer in that way, yet he was righteous, what more about a sinner who deserved the initial penalty of sin? How much more was to be his or suffering? But it was a suffering servant who suffered on behalf of the sinner, you and me, because it was the will of the Father to bruise and afflict him, that he should suffer on our behalf. He carried our penalty, and he felt the sting of sin and the pain. And he says, if Jesus was to accept the will of the Father and go through this process of grief, Jesus was to be rewarded. He was to have prolonged life. In other words, he was to live forever. And also it says you will see many offspring. What is that? Yes, the offspring being new creations, new babies being born. Yes, many more firstborns. Jesus, because of his death, we all who are believers have become many, because it was prophesied that out of his suffering you would see a lot of offspring. Yes, today, because of this bruising of his physical body, accepting the will of the Father, yes, Jesus fulfilled the will of the Father, being the sacrificial lamb for sin and for atonement of sin. Yes, today, we too, when we continue to believe in Christ, we will have our days prolonged. Yes, eternal life, because our Master has done it for us all. Good morning.